So good morning to my LinkedIn family. It's time for another Coffee with Bob. And today I want to introduce you to a very special friend of mine who I've known well over 10 years at this point. I can't believe it. We did
Yeah.
business together back in the day when I was the CIO over at a company called Professional Medical, and we put a new phone system in. And Eva was our sales rep. And we just became friends after that. And she's transitioned away from phone systems now and is with Mike, not necessarily with Microsoft, but selling Microsoft products, I think. Isn't that correct, Eva?
Yeah, I'm with Microsoft Dynamics Resources, which is a Microsoft Gold partner. We deal with ERP and CRM Microsoft software.
Okay, cool. And and that's to me that's actually a pretty close thing to phone systems, because I meant even when she was our sales rep for our Mitel system that we put in. Of course, now we're on Ring Central at the company that I'm currently with. But I've always gone back to the well, so to speak, to connect with Eva and to see what other products she's repping at the time, because she's a great resource.
Well, thank
It,
you very much.
oh, you're very welcome. And I didn't say your last name, Eva, because I always butcher your last name. How do you say your last name?
It's Eva Maciejewska. So,
Maciejewska.
Ska.
I
Yeah,
always
I have one of those Polish ones. Where you're born with it, as they say. So there's nothing you can do. I tried to get married, but my husband's is even worse. So I stuck with what I had.
there you go. So it's interesting, Eva. I mean, I've seen you in the office setting and been in your office, and now obviously you're working remotely from home with this whole COVID thing that's going on, and you're a young mother as well. How are you handling things?
It's me. I like to look at kind of the positive. So I'm one of the few people that I have the advantage of working remotely. So I'm really happy with that, because there's people who don't have that option, are in more difficult situations. The working remotely and homeschooling is not something I ever thought I was going to be doing, but it all comes with the territory. But it is an adjustment. Customers are obviously, we work with ERP systems, CRM systems, so a lot of the new projects are put on hold right now. Companies are a little bit uncertain, though I do let companies know that if you do have that already planned or in a budget, or might be interested in, since things are slower, now would be a good time to learn about it. I mean, we're not all in our busy world. So if there was something with an ERP or companies that you like to learn, I tell the customers this is a good time to kind of get ready for the future, because it will come. And I think our economy was very customer centric driven to begin with, and I think after we're all done with this, it's going to be even more so. What I mean, you're going to have to relate and get back to the customer even in a more efficient and a better manner that you were doing that before this. And obviously, like with the phone systems, CRM is something that definitely could make that a lot easier, a lot more customer centric and customer friendly, with a lot of plugins with your phone systems, with screen pops, with information that so proper use of it. There's a lot of artificial intelligence built in, so you can use that to filter your calls and things to the right person. So because me, from customer perspective, there's nothing worse than reaching the phone system and putting all your stuff and telling them other thing, and you get to the person and they don't know who you are anyway.
Yeah.
That's I think, and the unfortunate part of it is that a lot of companies spend a lot of money on that. You know what I mean? And still, for that money, they're not really getting the end result. You know what I mean? So I think it's going to be more important to be ready with that, and then on the ERP side, your inventory control, your cash flows, and all of these things are also going to become very important, so having those two tools be in place and communicate with each other and help your employees get more efficient and be able to do what they need to do, it's going to become important. Right now also a lot of employees are trying to set up ability to work remotely. They never even, and I'm kind of in this new world of IP and everything. I'm not sure why company wouldn't have that in their disaster recovery plan, but a lot of them did not. I was even really surprised, the big company around Chicago, Waste Management, we have them for our services in a house. And as you know, we recently moved, and I called and they're not available to answer any calls or anything because they're just now trying to set up to work remotely, which I found surprising. So we are reaching out to companies to let them know that we can help. Or, as you know, we have a lot of guys available, especially on dynamic sites. We're like our company because we have over 60 experts right here, in our Vernon Hills, Illinois office, not somewhere overseas. And they all set up to work remotely, and they all have between 10 to 12 years experience within Dynamics. A lot of them still go to the original Exapta from, where Microsoft purchased that. So they have been working with a lot of companies to assist them remotely. We've offered, to do our part, we've offered discounts and things to companies that are, in process of working with, depending on the scope, because obviously this is a shift in the economy that
Sure.
If we can help our customers adjust to it, we will. So we actually have been staying busy. Now, that remote stuff may kind of wean over a little bit, but we have a lot of customers we're supporting that are still working, and so that's continuing. And we're hoping, like I said, as this new normal, we all get used to it. The companies do take advantage of the fact to learn more about the product. You might that you fault because you heard before when I was speaking with people and they were on the older versions of Dynamics. Oh, they were doing, still, oh, we're thinking about it. Oh, yeah, we need to look at it. So I'm kind of been reaching back out to them saying, you know what, this is a good time to learn about it.
Right.
So when you back into swing of things, you don't have to start your research, then, because you can start kind of, ahead of the curve and use time wisely,
Yep.
And
that's exactly what we're doing. And that's why you and I actually circled back around together, because we're a dynamic shop from the GP perspective, and we just want to try and get a tightly integrated solution. So we've been talking to Eva, and if you all out there are Eva's exactly right. It's a good time right now while things are slow to start doing some research, to start diving in, and who knows. I'm not going to throw you into the bus here, Eva, but there might be some good discounts to be had
yeah,
to get
well,
the going.
it's part, it's part of the business, and we don't mind. But educating customers, it's right now is a great time. And me, I'm more always about learning about the customer and what do they really need,
Right.
and to see. And if I don't have a solution for them, then I'll be the first one to say so,
Yep.
because I don't like having unhappy customers, and selling somebody something that doesn't fit is the best way to,
Well, I mean, look at
what,
us. 10 years later, and we're still friends. So, yeah, that shows you a lot. So if you want to learn more about Eva, make sure you follow her, connect with her on LinkedIn through this post. She'd be more than happy to answer any questions that you might have. Eva, thank you very much. I appreciate you taking the time. I know you got your little boy on the side there waiting to get online to start doing his classroom stuff. So
yeah, I've got to go turn into teacher mode. No, but thank you very much for having me. And, I know we will reconnect. Best of luck to your daughter-in-law. Hopefully everything goes well with the baby. And if I don't hunt you down to tell me, you got to let me know when a big day happens.
I will. I definitely will. Have a great day.
You too. Thanks, Bob. Have a good one.